Welcome to the Wally Show Aftercast. All the stuff we didn't get to during the course of the show today. I know I talk about Nate Bargatze on the show a lot, and I like him as a comedian.
Here we
Don't
go.
groan. No, don't groan, lady. Don't.
There's not even a clip.
Please. I know. I'm not playing a clip. I'm just using him as an example. I had seen an interview with him where somebody was interviewing him, and they're like, you don't swear during your, comedy stuff. He's like, no, I really don't. And, I like to find different words to use instead. And the guy was like, well, do you want to swear now? And he was like, no, I'm good. And so, he didn't take the bait. But he's right. I think he's really good at when he finds other words to say what he wants to say without crutching on the easy word. Like swearing, profanity, that's the easy joke, the easy thing to do. Like my mom, she always had a thing when we were kids where obviously you can't swear, but she would have exclamations like, oh, fiddlesticks. Like that was her big one. And the one that I never got, shush up and dopey. I have no idea what that even meant.
Shush up and what?
Shush up and dopey. Like you couldn't say shut up to someone, so she'd say shush up and dopey.
At that point, just say it.
What's the dopey?
I don't know. That's
a lot of words.
It was like her thing, or she would say, oh, sugar. Like that was another one of her things.
Shush up and dopey.
Yeah. And so I came across this thing, though, of people finding other ways to do insults. Instead of just going with the words and just yell at somebody, and let them have it. These insults show, creativity in getting your point across. And that's what I like inside of comedy or inside of something like that. This one is great. You would be telling somebody, there's an Oscar Wilde quote, some people bring joy wherever they go, others whenever. And I love that.
It gets the point across.
It does, but it's creative and it's a little disarming, and it might make people laugh. In that, if you were any simpler, you'd need to be watered twice a week.
Aww.
This one is kind of funny too. They just go snake mittens, and then everyone else knows around you what they're saying. Basically, you're as useless as mittens on a snake. So if you're on a job site and someone's like snake mittens, then okay, yeah, that guy's not going to be very helpful today. Thanks for helping. It was like doing it all by myself, but harder.
I need to say that to you.
I know there are times that I get involved in your world, and I
didn't ask for it.
I know, and I definitely make it worse on you. I envy people who never met you. So good. Oh my gosh. Because you're saying something really harsh, but it's not as bad.
It doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah, it really doesn't. This one's really great too. Well, you did your best, and that's what's so sad.
I'm going to say that to you too.
Oh, I know. Yeah, don't write these down, Rock.
That's great.
I envy the simplicity in your perspective. That's a really subtle one. You're basically calling somebody dumb.
Perspective.
Yeah, and and so that I could see in a business setting where you're like, I envy the simplicity in your thing.
Yeah, and at first you're like,
wait a minute, you just called me dumb, sir. We have something in common. Neither of us know what you're talking about. Oh my gosh.
Great.
You have the confidence of someone who's never been fact checked.
That is you, sir.
For sure.
That is you.
100%. 100%. I'm learning about how little I know, actually. The older I get, but boy, howdy, I go all in on something, and I'm going to state it like it's fact, and I'm going to be convincing. I'm going to get people to follow me.
Why do you do that?
I don't know. I guess I've just always been wired that way. No, you know what? No, I think here's what it is.
Okay.
I genuinely think I'm right. I think because I scan a lot of things, whether it's reading or whether it's listening or watching. I scan a lot of things, and I remember all those things, but I just don't always remember them correctly.
So then you don't remember them.
Well, I remember the main story part, but I might be a little dodgy on the details.
So there's a perfect example of this somewhat. Yesterday, you were on Vox Pro, and we had taken a call, and you had recorded it, and you had asked a question of her, and you were editing it later, and you were like, oh, that that question's gone. Where did it go?
Yeah.
I can't believe that it deleted it. Like, you assumed the absolute worst, and that is what happened, that it literally
deleted one section. Because we have technical problems.
Which makes no sense.
I know, right?
It wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't think so either.
So did you notice? I don't know if you noticed this or not. Gavin helped you. I didn't, because I was like, there's no point.
Yeah.
There's literally no point in even having this conversation with him, because he will eventually find it and realize it's user error.
It happened later in the call. Like what?
Yeah,
she said it
didn't
twice.
Disappear.
Right.
But why don't you think those things? Why do you assume the worst? Why don't you just think, oh, I probably got it wrong?
Because I didn't hear her say it the first time. So, like, in editing...
So, I think this is what's interesting, and it goes back to what my counselor had told me. She said some people extrovert the problem, some people introvert the problem.
Right.
I'm an introverter where I'm like, okay, what did I do wrong?
Right.
It's
everybody else.
Extrovert.
Oh, yeah.
The machine is out to get me.
100%.
Like, no,
everyone and everything is out to get me.
I don't get it.
Oh, 100%.
I don't even have the conversations
It's
anymore.
like sociopath. I get it. But
I should be like, yeah, Vox Pro totally did.
My wife has gotten better about this recently, because I told her one day, I'm like, it was the day, I think I've told the story, but it was the day a car ran us off the road, and I launched a verbal tirade on this guy, and my wife looked at me just horrified, and then got mad at me, and I about came undone. I'm like, what do you mean you're mad at me? This guy just ran us off the road, and almost killed us. Why are you taking his side? And I was just nuts. And I told her, and when I calmed down, I told her, I said, I don't know what it is, but lately it seems like she's a 9 though, like you. Mm-hmm. She sees all sides. So then she feels compelled to tell me the other side of the story, which I have no interest in hearing most times, And so it seems like you're not on my team at that point when you're doing that. Mm-hmm. And for her, it's just her natural reaction of processing something. And so it was really frustrating me. And so I'm like, I really feel like a lot of times you will provide the opposite counterpoint or the counterpoint, and then you'll take that side. And I said, it's really bugging me, honestly. I need to know you're on my team sometimes, And so I love now she started, I'll be like, oh man, that thing is so stupid. And she'll go, yeah, it's dumb. Like, oh, I love you so much. That's all I needed. The world isn't ending. The world isn't changing. All I need to know is that the person closest to me is somewhat on my side.
No matter how ridiculous
doesn't
your
matter.
side is.
Yes, it doesn't matter. And even if I'm wrong, it doesn't matter. Like, when I'm a friend, I will jump in the deep end with you. And you,
no matter how ludicrous it is.
Doesn't matter, because it's important to you. I am in, and I'm going to support you. It's like those videos online where the dad comes in to his kids and he's like, hey, the kid down the street just said something bad about your mom. We're going to go beat him up, okay? Mm-hmm. And like the oldest child's usually like, wait, well, should we? I don't know if this fighting's wrong. And the younger child's like jumps in and is like, let's get him. That's me. I'm the younger child. Let's go.
Let me tell you, though, why your wife doesn't typically naturally go in that direction, and it's the same reason why I don't as well.
Yeah.
I don't want to escalate the situation.
That's what she said.
Okay, because if every time you get angry about something ridiculous and stupid, if I agree with you and I go full throttle, if I'm giving as much energy as you are, it's gonna get crazy.
Let me give you a little secret to dealing with myself or other people as well. Actually, agreeing with me de-escalates it, because what happens is when you agree, when you take the counterpoint, now what I have to do as an 8 is, and it's just an unhinged person, I have to then not only defend myself against what I was talking about initially. Now I have to defend my feelings and what I think against you. And I now have to convince you that I'm right. And so now I'm going to get even more passionate and stuff. And it's kind of
so then what happens in your head when I say, yeah, you're totally right? That's so dumb.
I calm down and I'm like, oh my gosh, she gets it. That's so good. And that's it. And then it completely de-escalates. It's kind of like when you're in an argument with your wife, like what Zach used to always say. He'd be like, yeah, you might be right. And he's like, it just calms everything down because it's leaving space for, you could be wrong, you could be right, but you're not the focus anymore. It's not the argument. So yeah, when she's done it a few times in the last couple of weeks, like there was something in a parking lot one time, and I'm like, that guy's a knucklehead. Why would you do that? And she's like, I know, right? And I'm like, oh, I love you so much.
Oh my God.
But again, it does the opposite of what you think is a 9 it's going to do. It actually de-escalates it. So just something to think about. Gavin's great at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You might be right.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm a
supporter of ridiculousness.
I'm a supporter of a lack of confrontation.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I usually side with the humorous opinion either way.
Sure.
Even if I think it might be like wrong.
Yeah.
It's more fun.
Yeah. I got a couple bad job stickers this week for jokes. Yeah, that I thought were funny, but Betty Rock not so much.
Off, way off.
Yeah, she's the comedy police.
No, I'm just the moral police.
The boring police.
Yeah.
I don't want you to get struck by lightning, police.
Thank you for that.
Okay, let me get to my story.
That's what I was just going to say.
I have a list
you're not controlling
of the
this.
most offensive reality shows, okay? I'm going to tell you the title of the offensive show, and I want you to guess what you think they did to make it offensive.
So it's an actual show that
we
might not be aware of?
Made it on TV, and it was so offensive that it was taken off the air.
Really? Because I know so many reality shows. I know so many of them. Okay.
So the first one is called Kid Nation. It debuted in 2007. What do you think they did?
Like Lord of the Flies? Like Hunger Games? I don't know.
Or like a kid dating scenario that you're like, red flag all the way.
Yeah.
You're very close. So what they did was they took children ages 8 to 15.
Ooh, that's young.
Dropped them into an empty town devoid of adults, okay?
And
then they had to build a functioning society, which is like Lord of the Flies. Okay, so I looked into why was this horrible, okay? Well, first off, they had to decide to eat, okay? They had chickens. Someone's got to butcher the chicken.
Yeah,
that's going to mess with the kid, okay? Because there's no adult there to fix it.
Unless you're that country kid that's used to it.
Yeah, but I mean, I doubt it.
Yeah.
Okay, and then also,
that's horrible.
One 11-year-old little girl, because there was no one there to cook.
Yeah. It's like a Western
She got hot grease burns on her face.
Oh!
Because there was no adult.
Yeah. Like, at some point in time...
Who thought that was a good idea?
Okay, I've had ideas for reality shows before, and I've actually pitched them, and this is what's frustrating. I had a reality show that I pitched in Los Angeles when I was working out there before Fear Factor. That was a Fear Factor show, and I was told, we'll never get this approved. The liability on this show is just insane. And then like a year later, Fear Factor comes out. So I'm like, dadgummit. So like when you're creating a television show, you think, oh yeah, it's gonna be fine, everything's great,
and it was not.
But no, I'm surprised though at some point in time too. If you're a cameraman and you're about to watch a child get burned, I'm gonna set my camera down.
Right.
You know, and I know you're not supposed to, but there's a part of me that's like,
or
how
like
do you let that happen?
Or a little boy is crying because they have to kill a chicken. Like, that's terrible.
Yeah.
It's sad.
I don't know how you don't become part of the story.
I don't know either. Okay. The next one debuted in 2004. It was called The Swan. Now, what do you think this one was about?
Oh, I think I remember this one. It was taking ugly people and making them pretty.
Exactly.
Yes, I remember this one.
Okay, but it was only for ugly women.
Yes.
No men.
Yeah.
Just women. Okay?
So good.
And they went under extensive plastic surgery. Okay.
Plastic surgery?
Yes.
Plastic surgery. Okay. And then at the end, they would compete in a pageant, a beauty pageant. Okay. Already bad. So when they first got on the show, there would be the before body shaming. So they would put them in like these gray sweats.
Right.
And they would give a 360-degree camera and be told what's totally wrong with them. And then
it's the same. Let me just stop you for a second. It's the same thing as Biggest Loser. You have to have the before to show the massive transformation for the after.
Well, and then they would work with a plastic surgeon and give brow lifts, nose jobs, jaw realignment, a year's worth of work in 2 weeks.
That's what was amazing.
And then you'd have to go to a beauty pageant and try and no, absolutely not. And then finally in 2005, This one was called Who's Your Daddy?
Oh, God.
What do you think this one was about?
It seems like a Maury Povich show.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it kind of was, but not really. The kids were grown up. So contestants were adopted.
Okay.
They picked their biological father out of a group of men. They did not know who their actual biological father was, but they knew he was there on the set, okay? And if they guessed right at the end of the show, if they guessed who their biological father was, that contestant would win a prize. But if they picked the wrong man, then that man got the prize, okay? So the contestants, these are kids that are grown up, never knew their biological father.
Okay, so they're adults at least.
And then the people... They hired actors to act as this child's actual father. And then the real dad was in the mixture of it all, okay? So you talk about gaslighting because they would have paid actors that had shared memories as well as emotional connections trying to swing this contestant to vote for them. And they had challenges. So in one example, one woman, she was adopted, but she had been told that her biological father allegedly used to be a disco dancer. So the challenge was for all the contestants or all the men to have a dance contest. And she would have to figure out through that challenge which was her actual biological father.
Man.
How dumb is that?
This one, I think, could mess you up a little bit. Like if actors are telling fake stories about your childhood or
that would
things like
mess
that.
with you.
Yeah.
And then you don't even get the prize if you pick the wrong person when your real dad was there and then you didn't pick them.
It would have been really bad if they never told you which one was the real dad, too. Like, so then you leave there still wondering.
I just don't know how these shows made it that far.
Yeah. I pitched a show. I think there's I don't know. I saw just a headline of something. I don't know if it's a show or like a documentary or something that might be coming out, but I had pitched a reality show back in, well, before I came here, obviously, like early 2000s, maybe late something like really early 2000s, called That's Life. And it basically was, this is when reality shows were coming in, and it was following someone at the end of their life. So someone that's got cancer, and it is like it was a no holds barred. You watch them go through everything that they're going through, but then the idea was too to create like some good moments for them at the end of their life, kind of bucket list kind of stuff. So it wasn't just watch someone die. It was see the honest process of how somebody is dealing with the ultimate inevitable, the end. And then having some good moments like inside of that. And I remember pitching that, and I just remember the room being silent. And like
because they thought it was a bad idea.
Yeah, they're like, because they wanted Survivor and they wanted exciting and fun and these like crazy zany shows.
Not heartwarming / death.
Right, exactly. And they're like, yeah, I don't think we can sell that. And but now the landscape has changed, and I think because reality shows got so stupid that I think people would watch something like that if it was endearing and it wasn't capitalizing on the shock factor of someone that it's kind of like the Truman Show. The Truman Show was a great TV or a great movie, and where you watch this guy from the outside, going through what he thought was his real life. And it would have been the same thing. It was like watching somebody go through their real life, even though it's not going to end well, and it's not going to end well. I felt that you would see a connection to this person like no other in reality TV. If you've watched someone for 4 seasons or whatever, and and then you watch them at the end pass away, that's going to move you. And if you had the right person, it could actually be something too that pointed people to God as well. Because there's a lot of people, when they go through that, they get really, really stronger in their faith. There was a guy at our church who was fighting cancer, and he had always been a good guy, always been a good Christian, went to church, did things, was a professional and stuff, was successful. And, you knew he was a believer. He didn't hide it. When he got cancer and was dying, his evangelistic button got ratcheted up to 11 because he realized the mortality and he realized what was really coming for him and how it's coming for everybody. And he was like, I want to make sure that everyone I come in contact with knows who God is and that he loves them. And this from a guy who's dying is super powerful, you know? So I think if it was done right, I think that show could do well today.
Now backtrack it.
We were talking about reality shows and horrible reality shows that got canceled for a reason. And I used that to segue to my time pitching reality TV shows in Los Angeles.
Now make a segue for birthdays.
You know,
dying of cancer.
Well, no,
the opposite of death.
Well, the greatest day of your life is your birthday. The worst is your death day. What do you got? Please don't be a kid. Please don't be a kid's birthday.
Well, you're out of luck.
That's coming.
Chrissy,
forget all that thing. Just forget everything we said
wants
for
to
like 3
wish
minutes
Grayson
ago.
a happy 7th birthday.
Happy birthday, Grayson.
We listen daily, and he loves when Betty says funny things. Grayson is the sweetest little guy and brightens every room with his giggles and thoughtfulness. Too bad Wally doesn't do the same.
He has a long life ahead of him. Grayson, it's a great day.
Caleb and Abigail want to wish their mom, Robin, a happy birthday.
Closer to death.
No. The question is, to Wally, what's the most embarrassing bathroom story you've ever had that you ever told on the show or Aftercast? I think that was the Disney one.
Oh, 1,000,000,000% the Disney one.
Easily
the worst. The other one was bad. Was at Michael's craft store.
Did we hear that one?
I don't know if I heard
You've
that
heard that one?
Tell us that one.
No.
Yeah, tell us.
These are like, okay.
How are we doing this? We're sandwiching birthdays with death
you
and
get it.
this.
We cover all of it. Okay, is it worse than the Disney situation?
It's worse in that it's. I can't. There's like I don't know how much I can say. It like
That's bad.
Yeah, like it's worse in that the actual experience was worse in that like. Yeah,
You went into graphic detail with the Disney one.
No, the Disney one was just I was using the restroom really badly and it was really horrible. And a kid goes, "Boy, there's a lot of diarrhea in there." So that was traumatic from that. Yeah, maybe it was Mickey. That was traumatic from that. This was more physically traumatic when I had to leave a restroom because there was no toilet paper.
Oh no!
Yeah, and no one was coming to help me.
Oh no!
Yeah, and I.
Can we get a manager?
Yeah.
What? So did you just have
left one without underwear, I'll be honest with you. So, yeah. So, okay, there you go.
Let's
you asked for
this.
it.
End
yeah,
this.
and the worst part of this is, too, is I was there with, like, our best friends, like Greg and Molly, and they asked what happened, and I couldn't not tell them. And then I just got made fun of mercilessly, for a while. So, yeah, that was a bad one.
That's tough.
Boy, thanks for bringing that up, guys. Happy birthday. Oh, goodness. All right.
That was their question.
Well, that is going to have to do it for our Aftercast today. And as always, thanks for being a potty, literally.
Hey.